Hey everyone, I hope you're all taking it easy and your day has been great thus far. So welcome back to those who enjoy some of the Bokksu unboxings I do each month. And hello to those who are checking this video out and checking out Bokksu for the very first time. So for this video, we'll be going through an unboxing of the January 2023 monthly subscription box from Bokksu. This has been arrived probably within the last few days, so definitely eager to crack open the box and have a look. Now, before I forget, in the description, I will have a referral code in the event you are interested to try Bokksu. So that referral code will give you a little bit of a discount. I believe it's $10 to $15 to basically try Bokksu. You do get the generic starter box. I believe it's the Seasons of Japan. It won't be this particular box, but should you elect to continue to subscribe to Bokksu, after your first box you will move into the standard monthly releases of boxes. So I myself have been doing this for about, I believe, a year now, so I quite enjoy it. I quite enjoy the snacks, but I do understand that having a chance to sample it does help decide things. So yes, if you're interested, feel free to hit that referral code. Anyway, less preamble, onto the box. So standard Bokksu snack box, which has had some changes in the last release or two, just to make it a little bit more nicer and, I dare say, just reinforce what the box is. I will admit it's nice to have that there because it does suggest what the orientation of the box is. Otherwise it's still our traditional orange box. Now, as for the inside, now remember, I haven't really made it a point to look up the theme, so my reaction will be relatively genuine. Well, not relatively, will be. So, here we have the Shinshun New Year Culture Guide Volume 45. So, this was hinted at the back of the previous Culture Guide haiku, so definitely not too surprising. So we have the Culture Guide, which we will go through. We have a nice little thank you card with just a few of the items that we'll see. I see there's 2 ring cakes already. Always nice to see a little bit of a thank you. And then we have a selection of snacks. So I will remove all the snacks. This will be the very last time that this box ever looks this neat and tidy. Then we will go through the Culture Guide and then play the game of match the Culture Guide blurb to the snack, which is always fun. Okay, now with everything ready to go, front of the Culture Guide Volume 45, Shinshun New Year, which does correspond to the Lunar New Year occurring very soon. At the point of this recording, it will be this weekend. As for when this video gets published, it may have already passed, or it could literally be the day before. Inside the Culture Guide, so we just have a few sentences about the New Year theme, as well as a nice picture of the Bokksu snack box, and I dare say some of the snacks included. I won't read that one, but yeah, it's nice to always have a bit of a backstory for the new theme. As for where our snacks are from, 9 different locations: Hokkaido, Saitama, Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Miyazaki, Ehime, Kanagawa, and Chiba. Nice to see Hokkaido still floating around. The usual let's learn Japanese. Just realized the lighting is very terrible. Okay, that might be a bit better. Okay, starting with the single tea packet. Matcha matcha tea. So this will be a type of green tea, which is very nice. I won't read the entire blurb. Surprisingly enough, I think I still haven't really opened a lot of the teas just because I didn't do much tea drinking in winter and I keep forgetting to take them to work. So anyway, we get one of those to try. Yokohama caramel cake. Now that should be the ring cake, which we saw before. We get 2 of them, which is very nice. So if you really enjoyed one, you get 2 to enjoy. So they will be a nice little sweet cake treat. Moving on, we have some mango chocolate, which I believe are... I'm going to assume they're these ones, because they're not really labelled. There is 2 of them, and it seems to loosely look like the image there. So they look like they'll be just 2 little bite-sized snacks. Yeah, so that's very nice. So we get 2 of those. We get some mochi. And in fact, this will be one of the, we get 2 of those as well. I believe they're these ones. So interestingly enough, they look somewhat pinkish in the picture, but if you actually look at them, they look more orange. That or if they've lost some colour. Either, but there's 2 of those. Moving on to the, oh, there's always a financier, which will be a custard cream and Japanese cultured butter pear, which I believe is going to be this. We get 2 of them. So this one seems to be, so far, somewhat cake orientated. So far. So we have 2 of those. They are somewhat bite-sized, so you definitely be able to finish them in 1 bite. 2 if you're feeling a bit generous. We get 2 of those. We get some of these little crunches, which I believe are these. So 2 of those. These are what I assume came from Kyoto. So far all sweet, which is interesting because I feel like I thought this would be a very savoury box compared to a sweet box, but all good so far. So we get 2 of those. Moving through, halfway through the culture guide, matcha chocolate covered strawberry, which I'm going to assume is this. I make that assumption because of the picture of the strawberry. Not because I can read Japanese, because I can assure you I cannot. But I think these are it. And there's like maybe 1, 2, 3 of them in here. So what are they? Freeze-dried strawberries dipped in chocolate that's made of stone ground uchi matcha for the best perfect combination of sweet, bitter, and slightly sour flavors. Sweet treat. But well, I find anything strawberry related from Bokksu is always a treat. Some senbei rice crackers, which will be this. So there'll be, I dare say, just a small tray of some of these bite-sized crackers. Also the first savoury item in the guide, with the exception of the tea. So we have 1 of those. Moving through, a anpan caramel custard. Always seem to get one of these little anpans per box. Sweet roll filled with bean paste. So it should be a bit of a caramel paste. So this is going back to a nice little sweet treat. I actually do quite enjoy this. I'm actually starting to finally go through all my Bokksu stuff because I take a few snacks to work. And some of these little ampans and breads and things like that make a nice little post-lunch treat. Hochichati warabi mochi. A very big mochi, which is okay. So we get 1 of these. Jiggly jelly-like confection made of bracken starch. So I'll have a nutty roasted green tea flavour. And yeah, so I'm assuming just basically put it on a bowl and use a spoon. would be my guess. So, one of those. We have some butter sandwich cookies, which are always very nice. We have 2 of those. These are little perfect little snacks. It's either, after lunch, late breakfast snack, things like that. Always very nice. So we get 2 of those. I have a feeling this box won't last very long when I finally get ready to take it to work. Potato chips, sesame oil, and salt. Now, surprisingly enough, we've been getting a lot of these potato chips, or pure potato chips as it were. It is another savoury snack, but I think this one I might actually like, given we've got the sesame oil and salt. I think the first one I tried, which was from the previous box, it was in my top 10 things to try. It wasn't bad, but my preference would have been for a bit more flavour, but it is what it is. Anyway, pure potato. So one of those bags. We have some gummies. What flavour were these? These will be a citrus fruit flavour. These don't last very long. I did finish the ones from the previous box. They were very, very nice. And the good thing is, once you open it, it is resealable, so you don't have to eat them all in the one sitting. But the gummies, I'm a big fan of gummies. The gummies are usually a good snack. We have the Okay, you know what? I'm just going to stop there. We have a savoury treat, which is this one. Now, I do believe we've seen something similar to this before. It was a larger bag in a previous box or two. Savoury, tangy, and woody notes. It's basically a rice cracker with flavour, as one would expect. So one of those, and that's definitely a very nice little snack size packet. And that pretty much brings us to the end of the actual snack side of things. We have a little meat to the maker for the, well, what is this one for? Honma Anpan. So there you go. So I'm assuming this is in relation to probably the caramel custard anpan. Very nice. There's a New Year's Day tradition about a zuni soup, which is home-cooked soup. It's a mixed bowl made up of mochi, boiled vegetables in hot broth. Interesting. That does sound very nice. So it's nice to get a bit more backstory, and then the usual hungry for more. You can visit the Bokksu boutique. And lastly, we have the next month theme haiku hint. Now, given next month will be February 2023, I have no doubt it will be Valentine's themed, especially with the words "Love is in the air and yummy snacks we will share. You are our Valentine." Probably a Valentine's Day themed box, which makes me wonder what was the last Valentine's themed box. Was it Valentine's for Feb? I can't remember. I guess we'll find out soon enough. So that brings us to the end of the unboxing of the Shinshun New Year Culture Guide Volume 45 Bokksu Snack Box for January 2023. Now, I will do a supplementary post on Instagram where I will try and list out my top 10 items that I'm quite curious to try. I think most of the savoury stuff will be on it, and probably most of the cakes, which probably doesn't leave much. There will come a time where there's going to be less than 10 things. And I'm sure if we quickly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it's pretty much 3/4 of the box will be in my top 10. Usually the teas get left out, but that's okay. I'll also have a supplementary short, both here on YouTube and on Instagram, just to have a bit of a nice little quick short video of some of these snacks. Well, at least a better idea of what they look like. Obviously I won't be eating them in the short. That's a lot to consume in one sitting, to say the least. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account. Link to that will be below, as well as some supplementary content in my community tab, and also just a reminder of that referral code, which will also be in the description below. That being said, stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in a future video, whether it's another Bokksu unboxing for Feb or another video on my channel. See ya.